Welcome to Ole Walls House. It's me. It's your man. It's your main man. It's Ole Walls. And I'm back with you. Episode 209 coming your way. Got a fun show today. Going to bring on MJ. MJ and I are going to talk a little bit. We're going to go back and see how we did compared to our midseason rankings, see what's changed as we head into the playoffs in the National Football League. So him and I will do that, kind of preview the playoffs a little bit, take a little look back. Speaking of MJ, don't forget to check MJ out over at the Full Range Podcast on Spotify. Spotify? What am I doing here? We're just starting the show and I'm screwing it up already. Don't forget to check out the Full Range Podcast over on Spotify or on the Ole Walls House YouTube channel. You can find both merch for the Full Range Pod and Ole Walls House, like this sweet hat, at the link in the show notes below. So don't forget to check those out. And if you guys could, please rate, review, comment, subscribe, and share. I really appreciate that, as I really appreciate all the watches, the listens, the support. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Without any further ado, why don't we get into this thing? He's back. MJ's here. MJ, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing great, Wally. How are you?
Good, man. Good. We got the NFL playoffs upon us, my man.
We sure do.
And I figured this was as good a time of any to go back to our start of the season predictions, our mid-year rankings, and give a little bit of a little preview into the playoffs, kind of a beginning, middle, end, future.
Okay. I'm down with it. Where do you want to start?
What we should start with is that game last night.
Okay.
The Steelers-Ravens game was one of the most fun games I've watched in a while. I have become immensely invested in the Pittsburgh Steelers because of Rodgers.
Ugh.
I feel like I'm sharing an Instagram video every day of like, oh, when I'm back in Chicago.
Jesus.
So I'm just on the ride. The ride with Rodgers. And he won that game for them about 2 or 3 different times in the fourth quarter. And every single time, the defense or special teams elected to try and fuck it up for him.
Yeah, it was weird because that game started so kind of dull and boring.
Yep.
Just slow, like that classic AFC North division matchup. It was going to be some weird score. It felt like it was going to be like final 19-18 or some weird shit like that. And then it just the last quarter, man, it was just chaos. I'll be honest, I only saw highlights. I went to bed a little early last night, but it was fun to watch. And what I did see, I kind of saw the beginning of where it started to get a little wild. And you're right, man. The Steelers made the plays, and obviously they tried to hand it to the Ravens there for a little while, and then the Ravens said, "Never mind, we're just going to hand it right back there at the end." And that's a big surprise for me, man. The Steelers getting in the playoffs. The Ravens were one of my picks this year, and they're out. They're done. It's over with for them.
Crazy. I think we had them. I believe you had them as a Super Bowl.
Yeah, Super Bowl champs.
Participant. A little bit banged up throughout the year.
Yeah,
Lamar goes down. That kind of leads us into our first where were we right? Where were we wrong at the start of the year?
Yeah.
Ravens, obviously, was a wrong one.
Yeah, the AFC North, I really thought Cincy would just be healthy enough.
Yeah.
And again,
Joe Burrow was down, in week 2?
Yeah, just again, it was, and then T. Higgins missed a couple weeks, and just, man, they just can't seem to put a season together. But, I had the Steelers 9-8. I thought they were going to be competitive. I just thought the Ravens were going to be too much, but that injury bug really got to him, in certain spots. So the AFC North I was really wrong about, besides the Browns being last. So
how were you the rest of the AFC? We can spin through that quick.
So AFC East, I had Buffalo, New England, then the Jets and Dolphins. The Jets might be the worst team I've seen in a long time. Did you see that stat? I don't know if you've talked about it before I came on or anything, that the Jets are the first NFL team in history to not have an interception in a season.
0 of them.
That is insane.
A single one.
That is
And Sauce Gardner played half the year there.
incredible. Like, it doesn't even make sense. Not even like a tip or like
I was going to say, you just get lucky.
Yeah. The Cowboys
Like
had damn interceptions. Like
the one TJ Watt had last night. It like bounced off a lineman's head and like just fell to him. Like, you don't get one of those throughout the year.
I mean, it makes no sense. And what a like damning thing for Aaron Glenn. Like being a secondary like corner in his career, that must like eat him alive. But the Jets were bad. Dolphins started terrible, ended it kind of strong in a way, kind of. And then I think Buffalo and New England are kind of neck and neck. But I had the Patriots finish second, so that was kind of a little off there. I
think the Patriots felt like they're a year ahead of where we maybe thought they could be.
Yeah.
Like Drake May took a big step this year.
He did. And I got to give a lot of credit to McDaniels, the offensive coordinator there, man. Like he's a really solid NFL offensive coordinator, man. Like his offenses are good. Now, head coaching stuff has never been that successful.
I don't know who I said this to. I might have just said it to the roommate. There are obviously the types of people who are born and bred to be coordinators, whether in college, the NFL, whatever it may be, like McDaniels, Robert Saleh, like guys like that.
Yep. Jim Schwartz, defensive coordinator, like those types of guys. They
should just never, like, when their name comes up for a head job, they should just be like, absolutely not.
No.
I'm at a Super Bowl contender. I'm just going to be the coordinator here forever.
Yeah. I mean,
now,
go ahead.
That said, like, there's no way you get to be that level of excellence in what you do, and you're like, I'm not going to go be the head job. Like, there's no reality in that that they're ever going to not do it. But there are people that it's like, don't take the next head offer.
Yeah.
Like McDaniels, like, you've done this how many times? It never works. You back out. Like, just be a coordinator, and he might actually be they eventually seem to get to that point. But like, there's like that stretch for like 10 years where it's like, I'm going to be a head guy.
Yeah, he's doing an incredible job, and that team is, like you said, like they kind of feel 1 year ahead of schedule of what you would hope as a Patriots fan. Like that's kind of what you thought. I mean, 14-3. Like, who would have said that? I don't think anybody would. So that was a big surprise. I thought they were going to be very good. I didn't think they were at that level yet. AFC South was we talked about like kind of being a mess. I thought I was going to get the Houston thing right, man. I had Houston winning it. I thought it was going to be jumbled up. Houston made like a really good run late in the year to try to have a chance in week 18 to win the thing. But the Jags were just, a little ahead of the game there. But really close. Another like two teams, like 13-4 and 12-5. Like, I think that's one of my biggest takeaways. Like
the Colts were 8-2.
Yeah.
And lost 7 straight games to end the year.
It was bad. And what's funny about it is I had them 6-11. And I remember our midseason look ahead. I was like, well, they've already got that. They're probably going to get to at least 10 or 11. And now they just stayed at 8. But no, that was a really competitive division. Like, I thought the Titans started playing better towards the end of the year. I know like 3 wins doesn't sound like a lot, but it was nice to see them be competitive in a lot of these games. But Texans and Jags were I think the class of that, especially defensively. And then
I have something to admit on the Colts. Did you write down where we rank them? Because in the PowerPoint I made, they are not on the list anywhere.
We missed them.
We completely missed them.
Yeah, I don't have them written down.
Because I was like, we had to have had them in good.
This is our team. This is our Colts. We bleed blue. Oh, my God. Good for him.
That's for Ethan.
Good for him.
That's for Ethan.
No, we missed them. I think we would have said
good. I mean, they were running the shit out of the ball. Danny Dimes was playing some good ball.
I mean, I was on the Jonathan Taylor for MVP train.
Yeah.
Like, it was, but man, that fell apart. It was like as soon as that trade deadline came and they were like, hey, we're going to bring in Sauce Gardner and we're going to do this. it just all went to hell for them.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the AFC West, I'm going to give myself some credit on this one. So I was a little wrong with a couple of these teams in the East and South and stuff, but I did call the Chiefs' downfall this season.
Yeah.
I did call it. I did have them still winning, I think it was 10 games, but I had them missing the playoffs, and I did get that one right. I do feel bad for how it happened with like some of the injuries and stuff. Like, you don't ever
It was
want to
on
see
its
that.
way there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, we're going to look back on this, I feel like, and if, like, the Chiefs rebound from this year and, like, kind of retool, we're going to be like, oh, that was just the year Patrick Mahomes got hurt. And it's like, no, that was not just the year Patrick Mahomes got hurt. They were on the way down. He got hurt, and it hastened the end of the year. But, like, I don't think they were going to make the playoffs.
No, not the way the AFC, like, kind of
ended up falling.
Yeah. There was just too many 11, 12 win teams. There's just so many. So that was hard. But the Raiders were really bad. I didn't think they were going to be that bad. But
there were some really bad teams in the NFL this year.
Really bad. So the AFC was okay. Like, I had Bengals, Texans, Chargers, Broncos. I did have the Chiefs squeaking in. So Chiefs, Bills in the playoffs. So I was wrong about the Chiefs, wrong about the Bengals. Not bad.
And I'll definitely give you the pass on the Bengals.
Yeah.
Like, that year was just blown up right from the start.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, they traded for Joe Flacco in the middle of the year to become the starter.
He was slinging it, man. I love Flacco.
He was.
I'm not going to say anything bad about Joe Flacco.
Did you see yesterday they put him in just to take a sneak, and the entire crowd in Cleveland even erupted for him?
Hell yes. He deserves it. I love that guy. I hope he keeps playing. He'd come to Dallas and be the backup.
He didn't rule it out.
No.
Green Bay's going to need a backup next year.
True. Yeah. Willis is probably going to be going. So
he's getting paid by somebody.
Yeah. 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 So NFC, like, it was. I think the Commanders were my biggest miss, I'd say, and maybe the 49ers. So, like, in the East, I had Eagles, Commanders, Cowboys, Giants. I did not think the Giants were going to be as bad as they were.
Injury bug hit them a little bit too. It felt like they maybe had something going.
Yeah,
then they lose Scatabo, and there were a couple other ones.
Jackson Dart even missed some time a little bit too. So because you got Jameis Winston coming in and slinging it around for a couple games.
There was a great stat. Oh, what was that? It's the one Barstool. I saw it on his Twitter. It got retweeted. The Giants in the last, it might be 3 years. It could be. Okay, here we go. It was Tommy Smokes from Barstool.
Yep.
If the Giants win today, this was before the game ended, they will be 8-30 in their last 38 games. So that's what? 2 years and a little bit more.
Yep.
4 of the 8 of those wins were in week 17 or 18.
Wow.
When the only thing that could happen by winning those games was just hurting draft position.
Ugh.
Yeah, so that would go back to like week 17, week 18 of 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So they just dominate week 17 and 18.
Yeah, and I did. The only thing I was right about, I kind of bounce it back to the Commanders thing. Obviously, like, all of those things were health related for me. Commanders were beat up offensively for a long time. Jaden Daniels, however you feel like they handled that situation with his injury and all that. But I was a little scared of the 11-6 because I knew Dan Quinn was their head coach. So I knew it was kind of coming, but I thought maybe it'd be year 3, not year 2. So
eerie flashback to RG3 with the whole Jaden Daniels thing.
I really hope that's not it. And I hate the Commanders, but I like the player. Like, I hope that doesn't happen for him. So, my Cowboys, I don't really want to spend a lot of time about them yet. I'm just not ready, I don't think, yet. I am excited to start draft prep, though, for you.
Nice.
But NFC South, like, the Bucks were just bad.
We were talking Baker Mayfield. MVP candidate.
I don't want to say it surprised me. I just thought the rest of the division was going to be bad enough where they were going to be a 10
like
win
they should
team.
just get to 10 wins just because.
Yeah. And it just never happened for them. And I know like the Falcons hurt them there by beating the Saints or whatever in the last game. And then it's tie break. But like we were right about it being a bad division. Like no one's outstanding record wise in that division. So what is everybody 8-9 and then the Saints 6-11, right? So like it was just pick your poison. I did have the Panthers being competitive, winning 7 games, and Atlanta winning 8, and New Orleans being really bad, and they started playing better. So like that division was just kind of a mess. So I'm not really surprised there. Do you have anything on the South there?
No, yeah. I saw the Falcons cleaned house today.
Yeah. And then NFC West, like the Rams were my pick to win that division. I just didn't see this coming from Seattle.
Wait, you're telling me you didn't see back-to-back 14-3 seasons coming from Sam Darnold?
No, I did not.
I just don't believe it.
And it shouldn't surprise me as much because I really liked their defense. But I always just came back to Sam Darnold's sooner or later going to Sam Darnold a little bit here. So I had them finishing second.
He did a little bit, and they overcame it.
Yeah.
And one of the games where he really did it, they probably still should have won.
Yeah.
I forget who they were playing, but
I mean, they probably should have lost that game against the Rams that they came back and but kudos to him.
I don't think either of us saw Jackson Smith and Jigba maybe being
offensive
one of,
player
if not the best wide receiver in the NFL.
Yeah. Those Ohio State boys, man, I tell you, they can fly around. I will say probably my biggest disappointment in the NFC was the San Francisco 49ers. I really thought this was going to be a step back year for them. And man, was I wrong. Kyle Shanahan can fucking coach, dude. He can coach. And that team was banged up. They had no names on defense at times. And they didn't have Brock Purdy all the time. And they just won.
They were doing it with Mac Jones.
Yeah, they just win. And I know the schedule turned out to not be that difficult overall, but they took care of business, man. They won the games they needed to win. They lost against some good teams, which, we'll talk about the playoffs shortly, but that was probably my biggest miss. And
honestly, other than Christian McCaffrey, what's their offensive weapon?
George Kittle.
Who was old.
Yeah. I mean, Juwan Jennings missed time at receiver. Ricky Pearsall missed time at receiver. They still got Kendrick Bourne, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And again, Juwan Jennings and Ricky Pearsall are like, you're like, God damn, we were without Juwan Jennings and Ricky Pearsall. And you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. But
those were like key pieces.
I know. But they do what they have to do to win. And that might be throwing it to McCaffrey 18 times and Kittle 12. And they make it work. So I got to give Shanahan a lot of credit. And then our little NFC North predictions. I was wrong about the Lions.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming. That was...
And really wrong about the Bears. But I'm not going to be too hard on myself there because I don't know a single person that thought that was going to happen.
We'll get to where we even mid-season,
yes,
we missed on them.
Yes, we have them in the bad.
Mm-hmm.
I do have an arrow. We did talk about frisky, not good. So we did. I have an arrow drawn.
I think if I remember correctly, I came in and overruled you and homered it a little bit. I was like, I can't put the Bears here.
Yeah. They're good, man. I got to give them some credit. Their defense is timely and their offense does enough sometimes. Yeah. And their coach, I think, has proven that he can win if the team is, I think, is good. And if they just get above average quarterback play, I think they can beat just about anybody in the NFC right now.
Yeah. And I think they are getting above average quarterback, like on a pretty consistent basis.
Yeah. I do think there is power in when teams find ways to win, it builds momentum, it builds camaraderie, It builds confidence that even when the quarterback's not playing the best, you can still win. And then sooner or later, like good quarterbacks or quarterbacks that are given that many opportunities, the good ones make plays. And you got to give credit to Caleb Williams there. So I was wrong about them. I was a little wrong about the Packers, but the injury bug kind of got a hold of them too. But overall, I'd say the 49ers, Patriots, like those teams, the Bucks maybe a little bit where I kind of feel like I missed a little bit. Bengals, but other than that, I feel pretty good about it.
I think a lot of the ones that you would say you missed on, like there were some pretty significant injury things that like, hey, look, that's just going to happen in an NFL season. Like some teams catch it worse some years and other teams get through pretty scot-free. And that's kind of the rub of the NFL, right? The injuries determine a little bit of what happens to you throughout the year.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question now that before we get into like the tier list thing? Who do you think wins MVP?
I have no idea.
I've asked myself this the last like few days.
I think it's probably got to be Drake May.
Man, that's amazing, isn't it?
Crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I think you might be right though.
What are MVP awards? Like, is it actually most valuable player, or is it just like we're going to pick one of the top performers on a good team?
Who do you think the top 3 guys in the conversation are?
It's Drake May. Oh, man. Lawrence isn't in it, is he?
I don't think so. If you stretch it to like top 5, I mean,
Josh Allen still probably has to be in the discussion.
Do you want to know who I think second would be for me? Is McCaffrey.
I was working my way to the NFC. I was just going through team by team.
Yeah.
Stafford was in the conversation, obviously.
Yep.
I hadn't got down to the NFC. Yeah, McCaffrey's probably got to be in there too.
I think it's a 2-man race a little bit.
Like if you go true, legit, most valuable player, I think McCaffrey has more of a standing for most valuable. I know, and it's tough because it's the NFL. It's like, well, if you don't have your starting quarterback, like, of course that's the most valuable position, but so it's hard. But I think Drake May is going to win it, though.
Man, he carried them. He carried them to the playoffs with Mac Jones and a beat-up defense, and he was the centerpiece of all that. So I don't know. It'll be interesting. I think it will probably go to May.
Post-injury year McCaffrey always kills it.
Yep, always does.
Should we go to the tiers?
Sure. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, we're just going to work our way up from. I'll just remind everyone of the tiers. The tiers were ass, bad, frisky but not good, maybe kind of good but probably just okay, good, and legitness.
Okay.
In ass, I don't think there will be a single change here.
I have one.
Jets, Dolphins, Browns, Titans, Raiders, Saints.
And we had Commanders too.
And Commanders, sorry, I just didn't get there.
Yep. I would like to, if I could change it, the Dolphins just being bad.
Oh, yeah, sorry. That was the one. The Dolphins just bad. I agree.
Yeah. They showed some things. Even before they benched Tua, they were starting to be in some games and get a little bit better. And
before they benched Tua, there was this weird outside shot that if they essentially won out and got to 9-8, if things fell exactly their way, they could make the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, they finished 7-10? I mean, that to me they're bad, but I wouldn't keep them in the ass category.
Yep. In the bad category, we had the Bengals, the Cardinals, the Falcons, the Giants, the Cowboys, and the Chicago Bears.
Well,
I don't think this was a bad category for us as I'm just looking through this.
I don't think so. I'm going to disagree there. I still think the Bengals were bad.
They were. That wasn't one of the ones I was going to go to.
The Cardinals are borderline ass.
The Cardinals are ass.
Yeah, they're ass. Falcons.
Outside of Trey McBride, that team is ass.
I know the Falcons finished 8-9. They weren't. We want to move them up to frisky, not good?
I think so.
Yeah. All right.
Bijan makes them frisky,
Okay.
I think.
And Kirk did play a little bit. He was playing okay, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Giants, Cowboys, I keep there. And obviously the Bears are not bad. They're not.
No,
bad.
they're just good.
Yeah.
They would go all the way up to the good category. They would skip frisky, but not good. Maybe kind of good, but probably just okay. They skip both of those and go straight to good.
Yes.
I'm not sold that the Cowboys shouldn't be frisky, but not good.
They're so bad. They're just bad.
I mean, 7-9-1.
Yeah. Okay. So what? Come on. I get it. I understand what you're saying, but they were a bad team that was carried by a really good offense at times.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I'll tell you this.
If we keep the Bengals in bad, then the Cowboys need to be there.
If the Cowboys would have finished at 10-7, Dak Prescott should have been MVP of the league.
Yeah, no doubt. And Schottenheimer, Coach of the Year.
Yeah.
I will stand on that. And, there's a lot I could say about the Cowboys, but they're a bad football team, and they're not in the playoffs and never were going to be. And so we're going to just move on.
Okay.
We're going to move on.
Frisky, but not good. We have the Steelers, Texans, Jags, Panthers, and Vikings. I'm good with the Steelers. I'm good with the Panthers. I'm good with the Vikings in this category.
Yeah. Maybe moving the Vikings. You know what? I'd keep them there.
I don't think you can call a team bad if they finish with a winning record.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think they're frisky, not good. Yeah. I agree there. We obviously have to move the Texans and Jags to a different one.
I think they're both good.
I think the Jags are good. I'm going to say it. I think the Texans are legit.
Oh, shit. The defense is legit as hell.
And, man, it travels. They don't really have, besides maybe I could say a little bit of offensive line play, they don't have a glaring weakness on offense.
I mean, they should have been 13-4. They pulled the starters and still almost. Oh, they did win yesterday.
Yeah, they beat the Colts.
No, so 12-5.
Yeah,
but still,
they're legit, man. They're relatively healthy after a rough start, and that defense, man, it's
so good.
It might be beyond legit, the defensive side of the ball. So to me, it would not surprise me if they were
Will Fuller. It's the edge rusher, right?
Will Anderson.
Anderson.
Yeah,
okay, so
Anderson.
I was like, why am I? I'm like, I want to say Will Fuller, but I'm like, Will Fuller's wrong. No, thank you, Will Anderson.
Yeah, they did have a wide receiver with the last name Fuller a few years back, but yeah, Will Anderson Jr.
What was the wide receiver? Was he the one who got suspended for PEDs?
Yeah, I think so.
He was having a monster year.
Yeah.
I had him on my fantasy team, and he was putting up numbers.
Yeah, he was a 1-year wonder.
Got suspended for PEDs, and
I think he did come back.
I don't even know if he's in the league.
Bad. Yeah, and then he's gone.
Turns out PEDs are good. I think it was Will Fuller, right?
Yeah, it's like Will Fuller the fourth or something like that.
The fifth.
Ooh.
William Vincent Fuller the fifth.
Okay. Shout out William Fuller.
He has not been in the league since 2021. It was the 2020 year. He played in 11 games that year, had 879 yards and 8 touchdowns.
Yeah, not bad.
He actually had a year in 2017, so he was getting kind of older. I mean, not old, but like beyond young. Where he played in 10 games, had 28 receptions, and 7 touchdowns.
Damn.
The dude was kind of a touchdown machine.
Yeah. He was like that deep threat, just like go make a play.
He only had 1 year where he had more than 50 receptions. He scored 24 touchdowns in his career.
Yeah. Fantasy monster.
Yes. Like, he'd get the ball like twice a game and be like, 14 points. Yep. Like that Chandler guy Michael Chandler out of Arizona this year for the back half of the year.
Yep. Just junk time touchdowns.
Mm-hmm. And there was a lot of junk time
Yes,
for the
there
Arizona
was.
Cardinals. In the maybe kind of good, but probably just okay category, a small category for us, the Chargers, the 49ers, and the Bucks.
Yeah.
I think the Bucks have to go down to frisky, but not good.
Yeah. Is it weird that I almost... No, never mind. Okay. I'm gonna hold on. Sorry. Let me collect my thoughts here. I'm gonna move all three of these teams if it was up to me.
Yeah, probably.
I would go Chargers and Niners good. And I would say I'm leaning Bucks are kind of bad.
Bad almost.
Yeah.
The second half of if this was just a strictly second half of the year thing, definitely bad.
They got to at least go to frisky, like not.
Oh, for sure. For sure down to frisky.
Yeah. I don't even know if they're that, man. Like there was no confidence from me from like week 7 on where I was like, the Bucks are going to win this game. There was just no confidence at all.
Yep. All right. In the good category, we have the Pats, the Ravens, the Broncos, the Eagles, and the Packers. Are the Pats legitness?
You know, I want to keep them there.
Let them prove it a little bit?
Yeah. Yeah. It's, correct me if I'm wrong, it's Drake May's first time in the playoffs.
Pretty sure it's only his second year, right?
Yeah. Or third. I don't know. No, second. They were drafted last year. All those boys, I think. Yeah, because...
Yeah, it's just the second year. He didn't even start the whole year last year.
To me, if you were to tell me a second-year player was going to win the Super Bowl, it would surprise me. So to me, it's like, I don't know if I can put him in legitness just because of that aspect. Like not rookie quarterbacks, first-time quarterbacks in the playoffs, it just don't always have the success.
It's different.
It is. There's something about being there before that plays a big factor. Would I be super surprised that they were in the AFC Championship or made it to the Super Bowl? I guess not. But to me, I would keep him in the good. But if you want to move him to legitness, that's okay too.
It wouldn't shock me if they won the Super Bowl because I feel like this year's pretty wide open.
It is. It really is.
Ravens.
Well, they're out. So
they are in fact out.
I kind of want to keep them. I think they were good, man. The injury bug. So if we want to slide them back to the maybe good, probably just okay, that's fair.
I was thinking.
Yeah, that's fair.
The Broncos.
I'm going to keep it in good. That's where I
think so too.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Bo Nix.
Yeah.
It's the exact same argument.
Yes.
Defense is probably a little better. Not probably. The defense is better than the Patriots.
Yes.
The offense is not as good.
Yep.
They won a lot of one-score games this year. The Packers had them until disaster struck that game and just ruined the Packers season. So I think good is a good spot for them. The Philadelphia Eagles.
You go first.
I don't know. Which Eagles team? Like the team that shows up and looks like a legit Super Bowl contender? Or the team where Jalen Hurts is 0 for 7 with 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter in the second half?
Yeah. Let me ask you something before I give my answer. When's the last time the Eagles played a good team and like dominated? Like just a good team or maybe just an okay team and really like, hey, this is a Super Bowl caliber team. When do you think that last happened?
I feel like there was one game at some point this year.
Because the first thought I had while you're looking it up was I don't remember a time where I was like, that's a Super Bowl winning team. I do think their defense is
when
good
they beat the Rams earlier in the year.
Okay. So
that was September 21st.
It's a long
That was week
time
3.
ago. That's a long time ago. They've had a lot of close games against some bad teams. They've had opportunities to like put their foot on the other team's throat in the second half, and they let teams get back into the game. Like I'd like to just keep them good. But this is the one team I think if I'd keep in the good category that I think even with Patriots and Broncos have a chance to be in the Super Bowl. It's the one good team I think I have that could still win a Super Bowl.
You said this about the Bears earlier. They just find ways to win games.
Yes.
I think Nick Sirianni's a douche.
Me too.
He seems to be a pretty good football coach.
Yeah, I think so.
He manages some wild egos on that team.
He does.
And they find ways. Like I said, it was like 3 weeks ago. Jalen Hurts was 0 for 7 with like 6 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. And they won that game.
Yep. That defense is, I think, legit.
It's pretty good.
The offense just hasn't had it this year, and that worries me. Like, there's going to be teams that find ways to score against the Eagles. It's an offensive league. It's going to happen. So what Eagles offense is going to be there? And the track record this year has just been, it's just okay sometimes. And you can't be like that in the playoffs. So,
but it could pop off. It feels like it could pop off at any minute. Like A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Saquon, Dallas Goedert's a magnet to the end zone in the red zone.
But don't you feel like it should have happened, or at least they would want it?
It probably should have.
They would want it to happen.
Yeah.
And they haven't done it. Like, I don't know. So, like, if I'm an Eagles fan, I don't feel great. But I do think maybe it just takes one game, and then they're off and running. So
I will say this. I was really rooting for them to lose after the Bears lost this weekend because I did not want the Packers to play them.
Yeah.
Which brings us to the Packers.
Yeah.
This is a weird one.
It is.
Because there was a point where this team looked really good. Then they kind of fell off, and then they were coming back. And then the Denver game happened. They were up 9 with the ball at midfield, about halfway through the third quarter. Love throws a pick. A couple plays later, Micah Parsons blows out an ACL to go with the long list of other injuries. Yeah. Devontae Wyatt, couple of linemen, Tucker Kraft, and they go in a tailspin. So they're not good anymore. That's for sure.
I don't think so either. I think this is maybe good, just okay.
With a shade of just frisky.
Yeah, this is the classic, like, injuries late in the season and limping into the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And it
lost 4 in a row. I mean, I don't really count yesterday, but like,
but it just doesn't feel like there's a rhythm to this team right now. And just like the Eagles thing on the offensive side of the ball, it's like you want to at least be playing okay on hopefully both sides of the ball. But like, you got to find something.
And the defense is just straight up bad now.
Yeah, they got Trayvon Diggs. So
yeah. And he was the number 1 rated defensive back for them.
Yeah.
By PFF this past week.
I did see some clips of some of those. He's still playing 15 yards off on a 3rd and 6.
The Packers love that.
Yeah, like, ugh. But he had to go with his, he had to go be with his best bud, Micah Parsons. And I liked Diggs a lot, but I don't think it necessarily helps the Packers.
No, it's a body.
It is.
At this point, like they, in the, was it the Bears game? Or was it another game late in the season? No, it was the Ravens game. They were down to like 42 players available.
Yeah. It's tough.
They just needed bodies.
Yeah, it's going to be...
I mean, the worst fear when pre-Micah trade, thinking about this Packers team, was the defense was going to be bad. And the big problem was the secondary was going to be terrible.
Yep.
Outside of Xavier McKinney. And Xavier McKinney has been non-existent this year. And Micah really covered up some of those deficiencies.
A lot of the players.
Rashawn Gary has just ejected himself from the team. Just like, I don't care. I'm not trying. I'm not running after people. Like, if I can't just get to you immediately, I'm not pursuing the ball. So yeah, they're at best they're maybe kind of good, probably just okay. At worst, they are frisky but not good.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. Really,
I don't have high hopes.
No, I mean, I would love to see him win. I really would, because I'm not.
It would be so awesome if they won.
Yeah,
because the Bears fans have been getting insufferable.
Yeah, I know.
Insufferable.
Yeah, this is like the Eagles being good all the time for me as a Cowboys fan. It's just insufferable. Like, and I live in Pennsylvania. It's not good. They're everywhere. But yeah. So I agree.
All right, we're on to legitness. First up, the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, I'm going to put them. I'm going to keep them there.
I think so.
I do worry about them a little bit because I don't think the defense is great. But you still got Josh Allen, and when he's on, I mean,
he's the best player in the playoffs.
Yes, he can win you a game when he's on. Now, if he starts doing his like underarm throws and he checks on his first receiver and then just runs it, and he's got wide open Shakir like coming across the middle, and he just doesn't throw it, he just runs.
Yeah.
Then they could be in trouble. But
I felt like he's done a little bit more of that again this year.
Yeah.
Felt like he kind of got away from that last year, and I don't know if it's like he just doesn't trust what's around him as much, but it feels like it's been a little bit more. I don't even want to say regression, because it's not like he was the first couple of years where he was just slinging it all over and just hoping. It feels like he's like, I got to do more.
Yeah.
And sometimes less is more.
And I'll say this about the Bills and Josh Allen. You got to be in the Super Bowl this year. And I know that's like a hot take, like ESPN, Fox Sports, like, is there more pressure on Josh Allen than like, but to me, like, there's pressure on every team. But man, you don't have Mahomes, you don't have Jackson, you don't have Burrow. You're the best quarterback in the AFC. When you're on, you got to be on. Like, this is your time to get to the Super Bowl. Because
all the boogeymen are gone.
Yes, you can't. There's nobody that's been like, well, he's got to get through this guy. They're not there.
You got to get through Bo Nix.
Yep.
You got to get through Trevor Lawrence. Like,
Drake May. He's beaten Drake May at least once this year. So, like, the Bills have a really good shot to be in the Super Bowl. So,
next, the Chiefs.
Yeah.
We missed.
Yeah, we missed.
In fairness, that's not what I want to say. Probably to our detriment, actually. We were going on past performance.
Yep.
And a belief that they'll just turn it on.
Yeah.
More as opposed to what they were showing us on the field.
And
in hindsight, you can see that now.
When we did this, they were 5-4. I believe at least
they started 0-2.
Yep.
And then we're like 1-3, maybe even.
Yep. So they were on like a 4-1 ride, and there were some winnable games. You know, I think even you think back like the Thanksgiving game against the Cowboys, those types of games, they were winnable games, and I think assumed, hey, they're playing some bad teams coming up. They still got the Raiders. They still, they got everything in front of them. And they still have Patrick Mahomes. They still have Andy Reid as their coach. Like, they're going to figure it out. And if they're in the playoffs, they're legit.
Yep.
And I think that was our thinking a little bit. And they just
need to make the play.
Yes. But they kind of turned out bad. But I'd keep them in the frisky, not good.
I mean, they only played 3 games to end the year without Mahomes.
Yeah.
They lose him in the Chargers game. So you can say they lost 4 games without him. They finished 6-11. They were 6-7 at the time.
Yeah.
He went down.
The
going into that game.
That stretch around
and they lost 2 in a row right before that.
Yeah, the stretch around Thanksgiving really hurt their playoff chances. It really did.
Yep.
The loss of the Cowboys, that kind of stuff that's not good.
I think the loss the week before.
Mm-hmm. Who did they? I can't remember who they played.
The Texans.
Yeah. Yep.
That was the one that almost essentially eliminated them from the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
Because that was like a big swing for either team. Like, if either team won, because the Texans have won 9 in a row to end the year.
Yep.
I think that was like if either team won, their chances to make the playoffs skyrocketed. And if they lost, their chances to miss the playoffs just dropped out the bottom.
Yeah. So
where do we get frisky? Not good.
Yeah. Take away the last 2 or 3 games. Like they were in some games. You
could maybe get them to maybe okay or maybe good, but probably just okay. If you wanted to be generous.
Hard to put a 6-win team there, but yeah.
Yeah. The LA Rams.
Yeah, they're legit.
They're legit.
Yeah.
Matt Stafford's playing good ball.
Yeah.
There's good pieces. Puka, Devontae Adams.
Yep.
Is Devontae? He's all good now,
I
right?
think so. Yeah. Kyron Williams is still back there. Offensive line's been a little iffy at times. Defense too, like giving up a ton of points to Seattle. I thought was kind of a tough look, but to me, they have the coach, they have the quarterback. I think this maybe the second best quarterback in the whole entire playoffs. So
yeah,
give me the Rams as legitness.
I think they easily have the second best quarterback in the playoffs.
You can make an argument for Drake May just because of how well he's played this year. Just for this year.
But if you're giving me a confidence ranking going into the playoffs,
Stafford might be 1 for me then.
I was going to say, I was just about to say, I might be more confident in him than I am in Josh Allen.
Plus the coach, it gives me even more confidence.
Mm-hmm. Then we have the Seattle Seahawks. I had to fight you tooth and nail on this one.
Yeah.
I fought you tooth and nail on the Bears, and I was very wrong. I fought you tooth and nail on the Seahawks. There are still some questions. I will grant you that. This is a legit team.
I still can't.
I know we got to get over the Sam Darnold thing.
I still can't, Wally. I can't do it, man. I cannot.
Back-to-back years, the dude's gone 14-3. There are dudes on this offense for him. The defense is good.
Who do they have in the first round? Nobody, right? They got the bye.
Yeah, they get the bye.
All right. Well, we can talk about the playoffs a little bit, but
so they're getting what? The Rams, the Packers, or the 49ers.
Yes.
They could get the Carolina Panthers too.
God almighty.
Watch the fucking Panthers somehow, some way.
No.
Or watch Green Bay. Watch Green Bay beat the Bears. The just hobbled, limp into the playoff Packers beat the Bears because the Packers beat the Bears.
True.
And then the Packers have to go to Seattle, where they can't win anyway. Play that defense. Can't cover Jackson Smith and Jigba. And there you go. You have the Seattle Seahawks.
In the NFC Championship.
In the NFC Championship game.
So if the Bears take care of business against Green Bay, it would be the lowest seed of Eagles, Niners, Panthers, Rams, right?
They can't play the Eagles.
Oh, okay.
There's no way they can play the Eagles. So it'd be if the Bears win, it'd be Niners, Panthers, or Rams.
Okay.
They could beat the Niners too.
You're right. You're right. Some divisional games, man, they can be tricky, but I agree.
I think the worst case scenario for them
legitness, man. Holy shit.
I think you do.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And then finally, the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, maybe good, just okay.
Yeah, they took a step back.
Yeah, they did. A lot of coaching changes hurt them. Injuries, defense was fucked. They were bad.
Bad.
They were so bad. I could not believe how bad that defense played. And watching Aaron Glenn in New York with that defense not playing good was a big surprise that they just didn't have it. So, yeah.
Yeah, lost both coordinators. Like the curse of The curse of being good is that your coordinators start getting poached.
Yeah.
Dan Campbell took over play calling duties like halfway through the year. It seemed to kind of work for a minute.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I still think they're okay. They have a lot of good pieces still. Just
Nice receivers. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Williams, some good backs, and Gibbs and the big boy Montgomery.
I kind of have
They'll
a lot
of
confidence of them being back. I do. Yeah.
Playing a tough division. Every team in that division was over 500.
Yeah. Minnesota was, right?
Yeah. Finished 9-8.
Okay. That's amazing too.
So there it was. We had a couple big misses in there.
Yeah.
We had some kind of switch. We had a number of teams kind of bounce one bracket, one tier.
Yeah. It's a long season, Wally.
It is.
And it's over.
And a lot happens. I mean, if we would have done that on week 8, we'd have been like, oh, Packers.
Yeah.
Near the top.
Yes.
Like that offense is unstoppable.
Yeah. Injuries play such a big factor in all this, man. They really do.
Yeah.
They really do.
Let's talk a little playoff matchups here before we get out of here. Okay. Saturday afternoon, the Rams and the Panthers.
I think the Rams roll them.
I do too. I'm just pulling up the numbers here.
Carolina is better at home, but it's not a home game.
It's not going to matter.
Right? Is it?
No, it's a home game.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
that
helps.
Division winner.
That helps. Yeah, it does. But
that's a big number.
It is. I think it's 10, right?
10.5.
Yeah. I think it opened at 10. So I just think
it's already moving.
I think Rams been there, done that. Better coach, first time playoff quarterback in Carolina. I think this is 30-14.
When you said 30, the first number that popped in my head was 10. 30-10.
Yeah. I just don't see them, especially with all the drama and having to win these weird games at the end of the year for Carolina. And are we going to be in? Are we out? And
they lost 2 games coming into the playoffs.
Yeah, and expending all this like energy and emotion and all this stuff, and now you lose your last game kind of in heartbreaking fashion, and then you're just gifted a playoff, and now you got to go play the Rams. I think this is going to be the biggest like spread in points with the win-loss, like score.
Yep.
I do think the Rams just demolish them. But that
I do too. The Saturday night game is the Green Bay Packers at the Chicago Bears. Have you seen this line?
Can I try to guess it? I haven't seen it.
Go for it.
Okay, at Bears. Like Jordan Love's playing.
Mm-hmm.
8.5.
Who? Bears?
Yeah.
That would be Packers minus 1.5.
I might have to leave. What?
I opened it. That's what I'm seeing. Packers minus 1.5.
Wait a second.
Double check it on yours. That's coming from the score. Score bet.
I got it right here. Oh, no, I don't. It's not giving me the odds on ESPN. Shoot. I believe you. Wild card. Here we go. This will tell me. Bears minus 1.5.
Yours says Bears?
Yeah.
Mine says Packers.
I don't care. That's still a surprise. Bears minus 1.5. Packers are going to win. Vegas knows something.
So.
Why, Wally? Why?
I'm seeing in the Milwaukee Sentinel Journal. Packers favored 1.5.
So what you're telling me is all the sharps already have put money on the Packers. And that's what's made it for them to be a favorite? Because if the line opened with the Bears minus 1.5, and now the Packers are minus 1.5 point favorites, the Packers are going to go to the next round. That's what that tells me. Or are they just trying to bait everybody? Are they trying to sandbag us a little?
What's the bait, though? Why wouldn't you just take the Bears on that?
I don't know. On FanDuel, Packers minus 5.5.
1.5.
Sorry. Minus 1.5. Sorry. What?
I don't know. I don't know, man. That makes no sense.
Okay. Well, let's table that for a second.
Okay.
I just don't understand, I guess. Okay. Let's think about this. Let's play the Packers side of the fence here, Wally. Like you said, Packers kind of own the Bears. Kind of, right? Jordan Love's coming back, hopefully healthy.
Jordan Love has never played a full game against the Bears and lost. They lost last year against the Bears in the last game of the year. They played the starters for the first half and pulled everybody. And up losing the game.
Caleb Williams,
this year,
first time in the playoffs.
First time in the playoffs. Jordan Love's been there. He's played 3 playoff games. He's played really well in one and really bad in the other 2.
So he's due. Wally.
I'd like him to be due. He hasn't played in 3 weeks, though, is going to be the other
Wally,
thing.
This is Packers money line. I'm putting money on Packers money line. It's official. The Packers are going to the next round. They're going to go to Seattle.
Just come be disappointed with me. Just come be disappointed with me.
I mean, listen, you know
what the problem is? If the Packers show up and like play lights out against the Bears, I'm going to get my fucking hopes up again.
Yeah, that's what we do.
It's gonna derail me. It's gonna be like the year they beat the Cowboys. I'm like, oh my God. And then they should have beat the 49ers.
Yeah.
Like, I've already had my heartbreak. Like, the Broncos game broke me, and then the Bears game really broke me. And then just watching them just get beaten down by the Ravens was just like, all right, I'm dead. Like, he's dead already.
Dude. I just don't have any other explanation. So, like, if you would have just been like, hey, MJ, we're just going to go through, pick your winner, and we'll just go on to the next round until we get to the Super Bowl, and we'll try to predict this thing, I would have been like, Bears win by 4 or something like that. Like,
and I really wouldn't
maybe
have
the Packers like cover. Maybe it opened at like 6.5 or 7.5 or something with all the injuries. And
I thought it was going to be Bears -3.
Yeah, or 3.5 to see like if they can get you or something. I would have probably been all over the Bears. But to tell me that the Packers are favored on the road, beat up, nobody thinks they have a chance. Man, oh man, it's pulling me in. It might be the hook here. I might be going. I took the bait.
Maybe this is what they want, MJ.
They probably do. Don't take my advice.
They're worried that everybody's thinking, oh, just Bears. They should just do it. And they're like, what we're going to do is we're going to favor the Packers so that everyone thinks there's something up.
You could be right. But
they're doing something because there's no reason.
All right. Let's go.
None at all.
Let's go with our brains here, Wally, and not our hearts or what we think might be happening. Let's say the Bears win.
Yes.
Okay? The Bears win. And then that way we can enjoy it more if the Packers pull it off.
I think the Bears win.
There you go.
I really do.
Okay.
Like, I'm not even like being pessimistic Packer fan. I just think the Packers are so injured.
I know, man. Something's up.
It's rough.
Something's up.
All right. We got a little derailed there.
That's a big deal. Sorry.
It is. When I recorded the rest of the pod, I was like, I don't need to record a lot.
No, you
I've
don't.
already recorded that. And I was like, MJ and I are going to get off on some tangent at some point.
Fuck it. Let's go another hour. Let's go.
We could. Sunday afternoon, the early game, the Buffalo Bills head down to Jacksonville.
Okay.
This spread surprises me a little, not nearly as much. Might as well, since we started this, and this is kind of your game here too. Guess the spread if you hadn't seen it.
I haven't seen it. I do think like Vegas is going to have the Bills favored.
Yeah, 1.5.
Oh, is it 1.5?
Oh shit! Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. 1.5. So
I jumped the gun.
Nope.
I heard you say Bills favored, and I
think I'm a little surprised that they have it at such a pick'em.
Mm-hmm.
Like 2.5 was probably going to be my guess. Just like
I would have thought something like Jags, like -1, -0.5, like basically just being like, we'll give the Jags the little bit of a something for being at
this
home.
is a scary game for Buffalo.
Yeah,
Duval, got to go down there. Man, this is tough. I got to take the Bills just because I called them legit, and they can't lose in the first round.
If they lose this game, there's going to be a little noise.
Yeah, big time. I don't even think that might be a fireable offense for their head coach.
It's going to get discussed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they'll do it because I don't think that. Oh, hang on.
That's okay. Get out of here, Boomer. No, that'll be an interesting thing. But that's why I think I have to just take the Bills.
That's my lean too.
Man,
I won't be entirely shocked if Jacksonville wins.
No, I won't either. It's a tough matchup.
They've won 13 games this year.
Yeah. Is Trevor Lawrence ready for that moment, though? Is he ready?
Liam Cohen appears to be good at coaching football and good at coaching quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm. Scary. If I'm a Bills fan, man, I'm nervous.
Yeah, kind of helped revitalize Baker.
Yeah. We see what's happening with that.
Yeah, like Baker started the year off real good and like kind of fell off as the year continued on.
Let's take the Bills. Sorry, Jags. We'll take the Bills.
In the mid slot on Sunday, the 49ers head to the Eagles.
Oh, my God. I want to take the 49ers, Wally.
Okay. What do you think you're getting them at?
Oh, they're underdogs.
Mm-hmm.
3.5.
Close, 4.5.
Okay. I love it.
That line does not surprise me at all.
I love it.
I'd like getting that hook on top of that 4.
Yep.
Like 28-24, 2016.
31-27.
Mm-hmm. I don't know that there'll be that many points scored.
If the 49ers are capable of winning this game, they got to score 24 or more.
It's got to turn into a little bit of a shootout.
Yes. If this is just me picking the games, 49ers upset the Eagles.
I could see it. I don't think it's going to happen. I think the Eagles win the game.
Okay.
I like Eagles win, Niners cover.
Okay.
Would be my
we can take the Eagles. I think that's fair. I think it's fair.
Chargers Patriots.
Ooh, at Foxborough. Patriots.
This is the game of somebody's got to prove something to me.
Yeah. 5.5.
Like Drake. 3.5.
I like the Patriots.
I do too. The Chargers are good. Don't get me wrong.
Yep.
Of the teams in the playoffs, they're in the bottom half of that.
I think so too.
And I know that's like, oh yeah, well they're the 7th seed, duh. But it's like, yeah, I know, but like, kind of throw all that.
I even
kind of
like the Patriots to cover the 3.5.
I'd have a hard time disagreeing with you.
Yeah, I think the Patriots can. I think they're going to put up at least.
Yeah, can
24?
The Chargers score with them?
Yeah,
it kind of is the question.
Yeah, I don't know. So,
like, as much as we said that the 49ers' path to victory is a higher scoring game, for the Chargers to win this game, this has got to turn into like just a slugfest.
I agree.
Just an ugly, just a game that Sunday night we're all like, wow, this game sucks.
Yeah.
Like one of those.
I think Patriots win. I I like that matchup for him.
And that takes us to the Monday night. It's kind of, what I'm disappointed that they don't call it Super Wildcard Weekend anymore.
I know.
It was kind of fun.
Everybody's getting
so really
soft
dumb
these days,
It was dumb, but it was kind of fun to make fun of. Steelers, let's go Rodgers, hosting the Houston Texans.
Texans win the game.
Yeah.
Steelers, they're probably going to try to go like 3.5 here. Steelers getting 3.5.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, because
the Texans' pass rush is going to live in the backfield.
Yeah, and I just don't know if Rodgers is going to be able to get out of the way.
Mm-mm.
They do have to do something with Kenneth Gainwell. I think this could be a good Kenneth Gainwell game for the Steelers. Like out of the backfield, passing it up the field.
You're thinking even in those in those playoff fantasies where you got to kind of weigh like the one player who's probably on a team that's going to lose, but he might rack up a bunch of points that week. Do you even just jump on him and take him?
Yeah, he's a difference maker. I think low scoring game. Give me the better defense. And
wait, you think the Texans defense is better than the Steelers?
Yeah, I do. I really do.
Okay. I thought that was close, but
give me the better defense, and I think both offenses are very comparable in a lot of aspects. Mm-hmm. Like you might give Rodgers the nod as the better quarterback just because of experience, but CJ Stroud's been in the playoffs before. He knows what it is, and this team's going into the playoffs with a lot of momentum. I know 9 in a row is a lot. To get to 10 in a row, I think Vegas is
like the law of averages just tell you have to lose a game.
Yeah. But I think
sooner rather than later.
That 3.5, though, you're going to get some people like the Mike Tomlin underdog at home of more than 3. Like he's good at covering those. I just feel like the Texans win here.
I think they win. I think it's not a huge scoreboard difference, but when you watch the game, you're going to be like the Steelers never have, like you're never going to feel like the Steelers are in a position to win the game.
Yeah.
It's going to be like 10 to 14 points maybe at the top end, but watching the game, you're going to be like the Steelers have no chance.
Yeah. This probably
because I think Rodgers can still
on the Steelers, but
the like Rodgers can still sling it.
Yeah,
he can still call the game at the line like he showed last night on multiple occasions. But then Arthur Smith makes some really weird play calls, and Rodgers I just don't think is at 40 whatever he is, 42, 41, whatever it is now. I don't think he's got the legs to get away from the pass rush.
Yeah.
That's going to be all over.
If the Texans get 4 or more sacks, they win in dominant defensive fashion.
Mm-hmm.
If they can keep Rodgers upright, it could be different. But I'm going to trust the Texans defense.
Yep. Let's just do this to close it out.
Yeah.
We'll go through this kind of quick because these are all super hypothetical because of how the NFL playoffs work. It would give us, our picks would give us Seahawks, Niners in the divisional round.
Seahawks.
Okay. That takes Seahawks to the conference championship, and that would give us Rams, Bears.
Rams. I have to.
Yep.
I have to.
I'm with you there too. All right. We would have Buffalo going to Denver.
Buffalo.
I like that too. I don't love that we're agreeing on everything.
No, neither do I.
And then we have Houston going to New England.
Houston.
I have New England there, so we disagree.
Okay.
But we'll just play years out so we can have some similarities here. Denver, Houston.
Man, my heart says Houston. Bills. Bills get to the Super Bowl.
Oh, sorry, Bills, Houston.
Yeah,
Yep, Bills. I like the Bills in that matchup. And then we have Seahawks, Rams in the NFC.
It's Rams for me. Rams, yeah.
So now we have a Rams, Bills, Super Bowl, MJ.
Yeah. Man, fun Super Bowl, if that's the case.
That would be a fun one.
I'm gonna say Rams because they were my original to be in the Super Bowl pick. So I'm gonna go Rams. Stafford MVP, lock Hall of Famer now.
Yep.
Lock.
I think he's a lock Hall of Famer anyway.
Yeah, he for sure is. I'm just saying there's just no doubt now.
There's just no discussion. You can't even say anything. What would your preferred Super Bowl matchup be?
Okay, I would like to see the Bills in the Super Bowl. I would like to see Josh Allen have that opportunity. I'm not a Bills hater, at all.
I root for the Bills.
Yeah, they're fine. And then, I do not like a lot of teams in the NFC. I don't like the Bears. I hate the Eagles. I don't love the Seahawks at all. So it's Rams, Packers, and who else is in there? Oh, I hate San Francisco. Panthers. That would be my order: Rams, Packers, Panthers, or Rams.
The Panthers have no chance.
No. So I'm heavy on the Rams, and just because I think they have more of a shot, Packers, and then the AFC probably. I would love to see Houston somehow get into that conversation. Bills, and then probably New England would be my next picks there. But
yeah, mine would be obviously Packers.
Yeah.
But I mean, my dream Super Bowl MJ, Packers Steelers.
How awesome! I mean, I would hate it because I hate the Steelers.
I would be a little conflicted.
That's insane to say. Bullshit, dude.
Not a lot conflicted. I don't say I'd be really conflicted, but if at the end of the night Rodgers would be hoisting the Lombardi, I'd be pissed. Don't get me wrong, but a little part of me would be like, back in Chicago.
Dude, you're glazing Rodgers so much lately, too.
I love. We could probably go as favorite athletes: Michael Jordan, Aaron Rodgers.
No, come on.
Why not?
I don't know. Whatever.
If you had a quarterback that played for Dallas, that was if Dak won a Super Bowl, you're going to tell me Dak wouldn't be in your top 3 favorite athletes?
It depends on who he's playing for.
If he won a Super Bowl with Dallas.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So why are you giving me shit about me loving
But
Rodgers?
then if he went somewhere else and won a Super Bowl, I'd be like, all right, that's fun. It's cool. I love him. But I would hate to see it.
If Rodgers wins a Super Bowl with the Steelers and it's not by beating the Green Bay Packers, I'm going to be elated.
All right. Fair enough, I guess. There's so many teams in these playoffs. I hate the Steelers, man. I hate the Niners, the Eagles. I hate these teams.
I've never hated the Steelers as well. So that's also a contributing factor. I kind of like the Steelers.
Ugh.
Mike Tomlin's a douche, but
yeah.
Did you see him pound his chest?
No.
He goes into the camera after they win that game. A game they should have lost. Mr. Defensive, mastermind, Mike Tomlin. The standard is the standard. All I do is go 500. After the field goal gets missed, he finds the camera and goes,
oh my God.
It was as douchey as the other time he went up and pounded his chest into the camera.
See, that's all the reason you need right there.
And maybe just slightly behind the time Nick Sirianni got his face in the camera, which went,
ugh. Both of those teams and coaches drive me nuts.
I get it.
They drive me nuts.
I'm really against any time a coach finds the camera. I'm against it when the players do it.
Yeah.
Well, not always.
Go enjoy it with your teammates.
Yeah.
You idiots.
Sometimes it's funny.
I know.
But most of the time, just act like you've been there before.
Act like you've been there before, unless your name's Jameis Winston. Then get to that camera.
Then do whatever the hell you
get
want.
A microphone in front of that man's face. Give me more Jameis Winston on camera.
That dude should be mic'd up, playing over the stadium announce system.
Yes. God.
And we just need a team to be like, we're starting Jameis this year.
For real. We do.
There's a team. There's every team every year in the league. There's a team where it does not matter.
No.
What you're putting out at quarterback. Jameis should just go to that team and be the starter, and they should be featured on either preseason Hard Knocks or in-season Hard Knocks.
I'm trying to think of a team really fast. Like Cardinals. Put them on the Cardinals. Let Murray go. Put him on the Cardinals or like the Falcons. Let Kirk Cousins go be a backup somewhere else and just
they got Penix.
Yeah,
so they're going to want to do that.
Get him out of there. Give me more Jameis Winston.
The Brown, they went doing the Jets.
Yeah, that's a good one. Stay in New York.
The Jets are going to draft somebody this year that's not going to be ready to play.
Mm-hmm.
Just send him there.
Yeah.
Give us 8 to 10 weeks of Jameis.
Yeah.
Like, he should just be like when you used to play pickup football and you're like, all-time QB is this guy?
Yep.
Jameis is just the all-time bad team QB.
I love it. God.
That may be the greatest thing I've ever come up with in my life.
I hope it happens. I hope he goes somewhere else.
It would be sick. Like, just kind of does the Joe Flacco role for the rest of his year. Like, he's just going to come in and start like 4 or 5 games a year for somebody.
I would love 17 games, Jameis Winston. I would love it.
Was the last time he played 17 games the 30-30 season?
I don't know if that was the last one, but the last time he was a full season was with the Bucs, I'm pretty sure. Because he didn't get a full season in New Orleans.
No, but he actually kind of played good in New Orleans that year for a little bit. Yeah.
He always has some moments, man. It's great.
Dude, the picture... just somebody... I don't have it hooked up to this.
What is it?
But the picture of Jameis, you just got to Google it.
Just type in Jameis Winston.
And the first Google picture, I'm going to pull it up on this one.
Is it this one?
It's incredible.
No, I just have it on my phone. Is it this one?
Yep, that is the exact one. It's incredible. Like, it's just the most Jameis Winston thing. Where was it? Let's find this real quick. His last full season as a starter was 33 touchdowns, 30 interceptions. He threw 30 interceptions in a season.
It's beautiful. Chef's kiss.
Nobody does that anymore. Nobody does that.
It's awesome. No.
Last year with Cleveland, he started 7 games, threw 13 touchdowns and 12 interceptions.
That's who he is, man.
He started 7 games in New Orleans in 2021 and threw 14 touchdowns and 3 interceptions.
Yeah, it's there.
Highest passer rating he ever had. His completion percentage was actually among his lowest. But yeah, and then started 3 games next year, and then it's just been bouncing around ever since.
I'm excited for the playoffs.
I am too. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. Okay, MJ. That was fun, man.
Yeah, it was. Thanks for having me, Walls.
Yeah, anytime. Glad to have you. We'll definitely see you again for the draft.
Oh, I can't wait.
I've already been thinking about what we're now going to call the annual draft spectacular.
Yes.
I'm excited. I'm just excited to think we're just going to rip it for... They've shortened the time on us.
Yeah, I know, which is okay.
It's going to only be like 3.5 hours.
That's all right. I can't wait for it, man. I've already dove into some of the quarterbacks and some of the linebackers and edges. So
nice.
Yeah.
Love it. All right, man. Appreciate you coming on.
Of course.
And we'll talk again soon, buddy.
See ya.
Time for some passing thoughts. We're going to roll everything else into some passing thoughts this week. Just MJ and I, we can get going on the NFL. So we'll just kind of toss everything in here. Flyers. Let's start with the Flyers quick here. Not a bad week for them. 2-1. Scored a bunch of goals. 6 goals against the Canucks on what would that have been? Tuesday, day before. They've been on NHL Network a ton recently, and I've not been able to watch as many games as I want. But that 6 goals was 6 goals by 6 different players. Tippett, Dvorak, Gunstrom, Konechny, Kate, and Brink. Like, it was really spread around. So that was cool to see. They got drummed by the Flames. That was actually a game I could watch. Just a single goal there in that game. And then come back Saturday with a 5-2 win. Got 3 goals in the first. I was watching. I went upstairs to let the dog out. Come back down. It was 1-0. All of a sudden, it's 3-0. They did get it close to 3. They did close it back up to 3-2, but got a couple goals late there. So, all in all, good spot for the Flyers right now. They're in 3rd place in the division, but again, same thing we've been talking about every week.
They're a point back of the Islanders, but have played 2 less games. They've played 2 less games than the Hurricanes, who are in first. But they're only 4 points back of them now, so they've made up a little bit of ground on them, essentially, with the different games. About halfway through the year, 40 games in, 82 game schedule, so about halfway through in decent position. The crazy thing is that if you look into division, first place to last place is only 10 points in the Metro division. I mean, if you look over at the Atlantic division, it's even less. It's 8 points first to last. You see some bigger spreads out in the West, like the Central, the Avalanche, who are just going nuts. 31-3-7, 69 nice points. And then the Winnipeg Jets, 34 points. And then, again, the Pacific, very similar. 9 points separate top to bottom. So, I mean, even if you look in the wild card and kind of look where the Flyers are sitting there, you know, if they fell back to the wild card, there's a bunch of teams going. So they're going to have to stay on the gas. They host the Ducks Tuesday night, the night the pod drops. The Anaheim Ducks. It's such a shame that they're no longer the Mighty Ducks. Just a disgrace. Just a total disgrace. Anaheim solid, kind of a similar team to what the Flyers are. Then they get the Maple Leafs, old Toronto Maple Leafs, who are stinky, but again, stinky but not stinky. They're in last place in their division, but only 8 points back. So, I mean, they're still a decent team. And then they get the division-leading Tampa Bay Lightning on Saturday, and they actually go back-to-back games with them and host them. Wow, they're hosting them in both. I was expecting, as I just saw that, I was expecting that to be a home and away. But it's not. 4-game home stretch here. So see if you can do some damage at home. Don't have to travel. You're playing, 4 games in 6 days. A lot of hockey coming. Hopefully I can watch some of it. Hopefully it's not on all on NHL Network. So we'll see. Spinning around over to the Heels, the UNC Tar Heels. They go down to SMU. SMU was unranked at the time, but have snuck their way up into the rankings at number 24 now. They just didn't look solid. I mean, every time SMU had the ball, SMU scored 97 points. Defense not up to snub. It was just like every time SMU had the ball, it looked like they felt like they could score. I mean, good Lord, what did they shoot from the field? Can we see? Does their team stats? Can we get to on here? Nope. I don't want to watch a highlight video. Thank you. Yeah, 60%. Okay, it did feel like, and they shot 51% from 3. I mean, Carolina's numbers weren't bad. 48% from the field, 42 from 3. Free throw, 68%, not ideal. But it just felt like SMU was scoring all the time, and the stats bear it out that they were, in fact, scoring all the time. Only the second loss on the year for the Heels. Obviously, that's an ACC game. SMU is an ACC game. But, it's early. 13-2 is not bad. They get, like we said, some more traditional ACC foes coming here. Wake Forest, then Stanford, Cal, and Notre Dame. So some more ranked teams sneaking their way onto the schedule now. With SMU have been ranked. Virginia has snuck up into a ranked position. Louisville is ranked, and then Duke obviously ranked in the top 10. So there might be a little bit tougher road ahead for the Heels. Okay, some more traditional passing thought stuff. New Year's Eve was this past week. Hope everyone had a wonderful New Year. Your boy here fell asleep before the ball drop, and that's in Central Time. I did not make it to 11 o'clock. I was doing all right. Roommate wanted to go upstairs. I could have made it a little longer, but I didn't. I did not make it a little longer, and I got in bed and started laying my head down, and there I was, snoozing away. Next thing I know, I wake up, it's like 1 a.m. I did see the ball drop in the Atlantic time zone, not the Eastern. Further east than the Eastern, the Atlantic time zone. Was that Puerto Rico, maybe? Dominican Republic? One of those two. They did one of those things. They kind of zoomed there. But yeah, didn't make it. I had chalk it up to the list of have not made it in a few years. I bet in the last 8 to 10 years, I'm not batting 50% there. But hey, 30%, 3 of 10, that gets you to the Hall of Fame. Bat 300. We might be making it there. I can think of at least 1 year. I mean, God, 1 in 10 years, not ideal. But I don't care. And I see the people like in Times Square, like rushing in there, and you hear about them all wearing adult diapers. That is the weirdest thing to me of all time. The weirdest. Also, the TV coverage, I know they have to be doing it on purpose. And there were only a couple going this year, it felt like only, what was it? ABC, I don't know, ABC, CBS, somebody had one. One was in Nashville, one was in New York City. It felt like they were on commercial at the exact same time all year, or all night. Now, I think more come on closer to midnight, like at 10:30, 11 o'clock, as I was, asleep. I think I watched the end of the football, and that was pretty much about it. But, not for me. Not for me. I just don't get, yeah, it's fine. It's whatever. Like, I just don't, the ball drops. Like, I saw a comedian's bit on Facebook, and it was like, it was 1 year the last time today happened too. January 5th. It's been 1 year since it was January 5th again. And I know it's a whole year rolls over, but there were a couple of good things. The 4 non-blondes, what's going on? They were killing it. Killed it on there. Did fantastic. What a great performance. And then I found out about a man by the name of Steven Wilson Jr. He sung a rendition of Stand By Me, a very, whatever you want to call this new country that's kind of more like old actual country. He killed it. Steven Wilson Jr. So I've been bumping the Steven Wilson Jr. Country song, the Steven Wilson Jr. country rendition of Stand By Me. I like it. I like that guy. They've got me into that. With the roommate and I, we watched the new Knives Out movie. I did not enjoy it. Did not enjoy it one bit. It was an hour in, and nothing had happened. Josh Brolin was good. Glenn Close was good. Daniel Craig's fun in that role, but I don't know. I just didn't like it. Let's see what the Rotten Tomato is on it. Now MJ's got me on the Rotten Tomato thing. I'm gonna guess people liked it. I'm gonna guess it's probably the critics are in a 76 range. 92? 92. Come on. No way. There are so many actors and actresses I like in this, like Daniel Craig, Jeremy Renner, Mila Kunis, Josh Brolin, Thomas Hayden Church, Glenn Close, so many good people. Oh, who's this Daryl McCormick? He was in something else I'd watched, and it was bugging me all night, and now I need to look it up. He was in Twisters. That's what he was in. He was in Twisters. Guy, we figured it out. That was bugging me the whole time. I was watching. I'm like, who is that guy? The guy that's always videotaping. And he was in Peaky Blinders for a little bit too. But Twisters was definitely the one I was probably thinking of. Who was he? Jeb? Was Jeb the one? Was Jeb the one that stays? No, Javi. Who is Jeb? Oh, good Lord. Who knows? Now I've gone off on a tangent. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Oh, I'll add something to the college football thing here. I saw someone tweeting about how the bowl games are now essentially the NIT. And yeah. And they always were. What are we doing? Why are we pretending that they always weren't? Bowl games have always been the NIT. It's just what it's been, and forever and always. I don't know. We can act like these bowl games were all this great thing, and yeah, they've lost some luster over the years. That is 100% true. But only one mattered, and then only 2 mattered, or 3. Three would have been 3 games in the 14 playoff. But when it was the BCS. You were either playing for the national title or you were playing for nothing. And yeah, you wanted to make a BCS bowl. You wanted to make the Orange Bowl, the Rose Bowl, the Sugar Bowl, or the Fiesta Bowl. But none of the other ones mattered. The Capital One Bowl, the AutoZone, Liberty Care, Custom, Duke's Mayo, Jimmy John's, they never meant anything. Is it a cool concept? Yeah, it is. That you go and you play another conference, you get matched up kind of appropriately. But like they were always the NIT. Like this, looking back, like every bowl matters. They mean nothing. Nothing. Like, hey, is it nice to get a little good mojo? I'm not trying to knock the bowls, but I'm just not trying to act like going to the Capital One Bowl or the Holiday Bowl was some great accomplishment for the year. Especially if you're a top 25 program. Like your goal was to win the national title. And if you weren't in a position to do that, and now there was a little bit more when you go back in the day pre-BCS or pre-Bowl Alliance or bowl, whatever bowl agreement thing they did for like 20 years trying to figure out that you just should do a playoff. Yeah, there were some things where like you could be in a bowl, like the Rose Bowl wasn't part of the Bowl Alliance or whatever it was. And going to the Rose Bowl could still matter because you could be the number 2 ranked team in the country and maybe beat the number 4 ranked team in the country while 1 and 6 play in what is the national championship. Sure. You know, that happened to Penn State in like 95. The Big Ten and the Pac-10 at the time had an agreement that their champions went to the Rose Bowl no matter what. So Penn State's like the number 2 or 3 ranked team in the country. They go out there, they dominate Oregon, but then there's a national championship game going on elsewhere. So like, yeah, it used to maybe matter on like more than one bowl. Since the BCS, it's all been the NIT. Everywhere else. Let's not pretend like it was like it wasn't. Roommate and I made some individual beef Wellingtons. That was nice. So those were cool. They were a process to make. You got to live and you got to learn. We found some new techniques we might use going forward, but beef Wellington, kind of up to the hype. Wouldn't be my number 1 pick on how to do a steak, but it was very, very good. Nice flavor on like a little crispy, flaky crust. It was nice. And now I know that last week you guys heard about my fantasy football team. I was just looking to avoid one guy, Bijan Robinson. And boy, oh boy, did Bijan give me a run for my money. I ended up winning by 6 points. 6 points is all I ended up winning by because Bijan decided to go for 39. If you remember correctly, I was up by 45 points entering the night. Did I ever really feel good about it? Not particularly. I do want to thank the Atlanta Falcons coaching staff who took him out on like the last like series, the last like 4 or 5 plays they ran before going for the field goal. I want to thank the guys who somehow, the refs who somehow said the Puka catch wasn't a catch because it sure as hell looked like a catch to me, and that was going to send it to overtime where I would almost assuredly have probably lost. But you know what? We're sitting here, and your boy, Ole Walls, the computer, is your fantasy football champion. I would just like you all to bask in my greatness. Had a decent showing. I took a first, a third, a fourth. Got some cake out of it. Yeah, I'm your champ. The champ is here. If you want some, come get some. But yeah, that's mostly it. What do you say we go wrap this thing up? Closing time, everybody. As always, I just want to say thank you to everybody. Appreciate the watches, appreciate the listens, appreciate the support. Thank you. Thank you to producer Kevy for helping us get started on the video path. Thank you to MJ for coming on, talking some NFL and college football with me. Don't forget to check him out over at the Full Range Pod on Spotify. I did it better that time. And on the Ole Walls House YouTube channel. And check out our merch shop, the link in the show notes below. We're back next week. We got college football coming. We got NFL playoffs. It's a glorious 3 or 4 week stretch here. Hope you enjoyed as much as I do. Till then, peace.